It's okay. You look great. You look great. We're recording. You're live.
No.
I want to go over Wyckoff. Wyckoff.
Want me to lower this?
Yeah, if you can. It's coming off the wrestler movie. Oh, God.
He looks like a Barbie doll. Like a Ken doll, like cut out with plastic bits. That's what he looks like.
We're watching some movie with Zac Efron and Nicole Kidman, and he looks shot. Like it's not the Zac we know and we love. I don't even know it. Hollywood's a disaster, bro. All these celebrities are getting way too much plastic surgery. It is what it is. Oh, what's up, guys? A couple people had questions about Wyckoff and how it works. Talking about Wyckoff and how distribution and accumulation work like a chain link. They are built and they simultaneously merge into one another over and over and over again till the end of time. This happens on every single security across the stock market, across the globe. It happens with currencies. It happens with commodities. It even happens with certain indicators, which is crazy. I'm trying to think if it happens with yields as well. I think I've seen some Wyckoff on yields as well. Things that like wouldn't make sense, it happens on, which is very interesting because it shows that there is systemic design based around fib levels that has direct correlation with these accumulation and distribution patterns. So, MT, this video is for you because I know you wanted to know this. A lot of people wanted to know this as well. Copy and paste these right onto my trading view. And I want to make this very simple. Very, very simple. I'm going to give you guys examples as well, but let me explain it to you on the chart first quickly. Okay. I want you to also watch the videos of distribution and accumulation that Hayden and I made. That's under the beginner video sections. So, MT, to answer your question, this distribution schematic is within this accumulation schematic in shrinking or expanding iterations. It's shrinking when it's distributing, okay? So down this path as you go, shrinking, 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 and then it explodes, okay? Or it's expanding, 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 and then it capitulates, okay? Now, these patterns repeat over and over again on every single time frame. So it doesn't matter what you look at, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute, 4 hour, daily, weekly, whatever. This is within this. So I want you to take this, imagine, okay? And this is the answer to your question in very, very simple format. Look. Boom. Like a puzzle piece, right? So I'm going to give you guys a live example, but just remember when you're distributing in phase E, right? When you get to your UTAD test, you get your blow off top. Institutions are done exiting their positions because they were exiting all the way down here, right? They bait retail. That's your exit liquidity. So institutions can get out all the way up, and then the thing falls off a cliff while retail is waiting for it to continue higher, right? That's how the game works. So when you distribute, you're distributing into phase A of accumulation. If you can memorize this schematic, right? And then it goes over and over again, right? It's the same thing over and over again. So remember, it is a schematic within a smaller schematic, within a smaller schematic, within a smaller schematic, all the way down to the 1 second chart. So when you're looking at an accumulation pattern, okay, and let's use this one for now, it's right here. See it? It's not going to be exact like it is on the chart because that's what Wyckoff is. The algorithm is designed to throw you off, right? So it creates all these different mathematical loopholes within the buying and selling volume to make the chart look like something it's not. But in fact, it is, right? This whole thing is one gigantic phase B. Okay? So this whole thing, right, all the way into your spring is this. Look, you got to make it bigger to see it. Right? And here's your spring. Does that make sense? This is why I keep talking about phase B. Phase B. No one was here during phase B. Roaring Kitty wasn't here. Zach Morris wasn't here. All these guys, right? They weren't here as the stock was distributing. Now phase B accumulation is, if you pull up the distribution schematic, it's the entire piece. And it fits just so perfectly. And now you guys can see the entire schematic and how it works. Going all the way down from each phase, right? A into B. The UTAD was snubbed, right? You see it didn't make a blow off top here, which is completely possible. It's done that in plenty of other stocks like CEI. And then you come all the way down into your spring, which is the end of your phase E. And then you begin your markup phase, which is here. Phase D and E of accumulation. That's it, guys. Super simple. Okay? It's within itself. So it's just a perspective thing. Okay? Remember this at all times. If you have any more questions, you let me know. Let me pull up AMC. So I got it pulled up here on AMC. Here's your distribution. Clear as it could possibly be. Right? You have your phase A, automatic reaction, right? ST, your fake UT, all the way down, right? And then your UTAD plays inverse on this one. So it didn't have a blow off top. It just snubbed out. And then you begin phase D and E, which is the end of distribution. And that's your spring. And then what happens, just like we talked about, phase E. Okay? So here's phase D. And now you're like this, right? Into phase E. $100 million information, boys and girls. The problem with the majority of Twitter is that these guys, they don't understand that the supercomputers that control the algorithms, they're trying to fake you out. They want you to think that you are here when you're actually here. You know what I'm saying? They want you to think that you're here when you're actually here, or here, or here. That is the purpose. So you don't know exactly when things are going to pop off, right? And the macroeconomic narrative will always line up to meet and match these phases in totality. So when you see things like, oh, quantitative easing happened on the S&P, right? I bet you that was the beginning of phase A distribution, right? That is your markup phase in phase E accumulation that bleeds into phase A distribution, right? And that's when like QE started here, right? And then you got your blow off top to the top of January. Make sense? And then you distribute all the way. You come down, distribute, and this was your October low in 2022, sorry. And it repeats over and over and over again. The hardest part is that so many people, they don't know where you are in the schematic because they haven't, one, done enough research on how the schematics even work, and two, they don't understand the macroeconomics well enough to say, okay, this is what's going to happen next with the Fed. This is what's going to happen next with Japan. That's why you have to enter this phase. This is what's going on with the meme stocks. This is what's going on with utilities and energy and sector rotation. All these things matter. So we put it together, all the puzzle pieces, the options chain, the narrative, Wyckoff, where your structure is that you need to be liquid testing, right? Your macroeconomic narrative, your fundamentals, the technical analysis goes on and on and on, right, guys? So just understand it's not easy to do. Like if everyone could do it, everyone would be a billionaire, right? Like some of the probably the most top hedge fund guys in the world know how to do this, and we know how to do it as well. So any questions, you guys let me know. I know it's rough, but remember, like I keep saying, you are now entering phase E, D and E, right? On the memes. So you're here, guys, right? You're here. You already had your first run. Like your Jan fractal was your SOS. Now you're gonna bobble, and then so you have a blow off towards the end of summer, or if they slow it down towards November, right? Like it all depends, but it'll be in that window bracket, and we'll tackle things when we get there. In the meantime, you're gonna have a lot of little mini squeezes along the way because, like I told you guys, it's all miniature versions within, right? It's mini accumulation schematics within a larger accumulation schematic, right? This is accumulation. Look at it. Right? So I keep telling you guys we're going to 8 next. That's your phase E. Does that make sense? All right. Talk to you guys soon.